What's up, Legacy team? Just out here on my balcony. We have a little game room here. Goes through here, and we have a little private balcony at my house. It's pretty sweet. So come up here, get a nice view, get to see the fountain, and just relax. I'm out here drinking some tea, just having a good time on a cloudy day in Bluffton, South Carolina. But I know a lot of people are getting hit with snow right now, so I'll take it any day of the week. It's supposed to be almost 70 degrees today. But hey, listen, I had a thought, and I just wanted to come on here and share with you guys about winning the battles in your life. Because there's been a lot of things that I've had to defeat in my life. There's been a lot of things that I've had to overcome. And I think there's this misconception out there in the general public that people who are succeeding in winning somehow got lucky, right? And the people that win and consistently win are the people that know how to defeat their enemies and win battles consistently. And then they learn how to employ teams that can win the battles for them, and they become the general, okay? So I started thinking about a couple different things and why some people aren't winning like they want to win. And I want to give you guys some practical advice. And the thing that I thought about this morning was you have to know who your enemies are before you start fighting battles. And I think for a lot of people, particularly with their business, they're like, I want to make more money, okay? But what is the enemy that's causing you to not make the amount of money that you want to make? You have to identify that. And I want to give you guys an example of what I've been doing in my life and be transparent with you guys and open you up to some battles that I'm fighting, because I'm fighting battles every day. So one of the battles that I've fought my whole life is my weight, right? You guys can see I'm a little overweight, okay? And I used to beat myself up all the time, like, man, I'm just fat and I'm a loser, and why do I not look good? Why do I have this extra weight on me? Is it because I'm undisciplined? Is it because there's something wrong with me or whatever? And I started thinking back, I'm like, but I'm not undisciplined, because if you look at my business and the things that I do the same things over and over, and I work hard and I have a schedule and all of these different things. So I was like, who is my enemy? And I started thinking, my enemy wasn't me. I started self-sabotaging and saying that I was the problem. I was eating too much. I was not exercising like I should have. I was not developing the right habits. Now, while all of that might be true, that was the product of who my enemy actually was, okay? My enemy was actually sugar, okay? Like, my enemy was taking in way more sugar than way more sugar than I should have. And then I was always hungry. And so it wasn't the fact that I was a bad person, or I wasn't doing the right things or whatever. It was just that by cutting out the sugar, I've literally cut out sugar for 4 days now. And my face is thinned out and I'm feeling better and I have more energy, and it's like everything starts to fall into place. I'm not as hungry and I want to achieve bigger goals. So if I wouldn't have identified that my enemy was sugar, I would have kept going on this cycle over and over and over again, okay? And so I want to bring this full circle for you guys, because a lot of you out there for your business are like, man, I'm just not working hard enough. I'm not grinding hard enough. I'm not hustling like I should. Look at all these guys out there. They're just grinding. No, that is stupid, okay? That is so stupid. And there's definitely a season for working hard, and there's definitely times where you're going to have to work hard. I've never met a successful person who hasn't worked hard and hasn't grinded and hasn't hustled, right? But here's the thing. Your enemies are not what you think they are. Your enemy is the fact that you don't know how to build a team. Your enemy is that you don't have the leadership skills that you need. Your enemy is that you don't know how to walk into places and demand the prices that you need in your business, and to quote jobs or sell products at the prices that you need to. It comes down to mindset, leadership, and strategy, okay? And so for a lot of you guys, you don't have those skills. And so working harder is not going to get you to where you want to go. So I'll give you a perfect example of what I just talked about. let's say that I'm still eating like crap and I'm taking in sugar all the time and I'm just constantly eating. There's no amount of exercise that's going to overcome that, because it's so easy to just keep eating and eat. You can take in so many calories, but you're not able to burn it fast enough. It's the same thing with you guys, is that if you don't know how to build teams, you don't know how to put systems in place, you don't know how to run a real business, no amount of hard work is going to outweigh that. Okay? And so you're going to create this vicious cycle in your life to where you're like, okay, but like, if I don't work hard, then I don't make money. And if I don't make money, then everything else in my life is out of whack. I don't have money to pay bills. I don't have money to take care of my family. I don't have money to eat. And then it creates anxiety in your life. And then what do? You go into overdrive mode, okay? And so you start working really, really hard. And then you're like, crap, I don't have any jobs coming in, because I wasn't marketing. I wasn't running it like a business, okay? So here's the thing, like, you end up self-sabotaging, and there's only so much work that you personally can do, and you put it all on your shoulders. And then you start telling yourself there's something wrong with me. Like, why is Mike seeing this success? And why are all these other business owners seeing success? Why are, these people making good money and I'm not? It has nothing to do with you as a person. There's nothing wrong with you. It has nothing to do with you not being good enough. It has nothing to do with you not, just not being good enough. Like, you are good enough, okay? The thing is like, you either have a lack of information or you have a lack of action. And I have talked to hundreds of business owners and entrepreneurs, and I'm telling you, like, these guys do not have a lack of action most of the time, or a lack of hard work, I should say. Like, it's just that the hard work is directed in areas that should not be directed in. Does that make sense? So, like, if you took a step back and you actually followed the systems that we have and followed the process and trusted it and just started implementing it, you'll realize you don't have to work as hard as you're working. You'll realize that you don't have to get up and bust your butt every day in order to make money. It's not really about that. It's about building a team. It's about having a strategy. It's about creating processes and having them work over and over and over again. And you can have anyone in your company run those for you. But the thing is, you're afraid to hire people because you don't have enough information on how to hire people and how to hire the right ones. And then when you do hire them, you don't know how to onboard them and train them. And you don't have systems to give them to run. So you end up self-sabotaging yourself and saying, like, what's wrong with me? Like, I can't seem to win this battle, because you're fighting the wrong battles, okay? Working harder is not the enemy. Your work ethic is not the enemy. Like, busting your butt more is not the solution. The solution is a mindset, leadership, and strategy, okay? You need someone like me. If I can be that person for you, I would love to. Like, you need someone like me to look you in the eyes right now and say, you are good enough. You can do this. You can develop a 6- and 7-figure business that runs without you. You can do it, okay? You need leadership skills. You need to know how to lead people and lead process in your business, and you need strategy. You need systems. You need templates. You need, someone to help you move this chess piece now and move that chess piece later. And hey, I will be focused on this, this, and this right now. Boom, 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 go do that. And then in a week, we'll reevaluate, right? Like, that is what we need. We don't need to work harder and grind more and hustle more and self-sabotage. Like, that's not what it's about. So another mistake that I see is that people are under this illusion that they can just do the easy route, okay? And the easy route is to say, oh, I'm not getting enough leads in my business, so I'm going to hire this marketing company and they're going to run my Facebook ads for me, and I'm just going to get flooded with work and it's going to be awesome. And the easy thing is to write the check, okay? I know what you're thinking, like, it's hard writing checks or, paying that money, but honestly, that's the easy route. The hard route is to actually learn how to do it for yourself, and then be able to create a system behind it, and then be able to delegate that to someone on your team. And that's just one example. But here's where the self-sabotaging comes into play. Let's say that you do hire a marketing company, and I'm not against marketing companies. Like, Don't get me wrong. I think it's great. However, if your company's not in a position to handle the work that they're going to give you, you're going to start not following up on leads. You're not going to close deals. And you're also going to be so busy that there's only so much work that you can take. So that's like, going back to the weight loss example, that's like you getting a treadmill and just being like, I'm going to get a treadmill and I'm just going to run on this thing nonstop until I lose weight. Well, is that really going to help you? Because that's just one aspect of losing weight. The other aspect is getting good sleep. Another aspect is, resting and recovering. Another aspect is your eating, one of the biggest aspects, right? And that's like me saying, hey, I'm going to have someone come in and I'm going to have them work out for me, create my meals, do all this stuff. No. Like, I need to learn how to do it for myself so that way I can continue to keep doing it over and over and over again. So that's where the self-sabotage comes into play, because if you get a bunch of work, you don't know how to hire teams and not do the work on your own, and you end up doing all the work and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so overwhelmed, I'm so tired, I need a break. And then you take a break, but then you don't make any money. Sucks. Like, stop self-sabotaging, figure out who your enemies are and start defeating them. Okay? And one of the biggest enemies that you guys have, and I've seen it over and over and over again, is that you don't have the leadership skills and the systems and the mindset to put in place. And that's where it all is. And that's the thing, like, for me, like, I noticed in my business that what I needed to do was figure out how I could become a better leader and how I could create rock solid business plans and, create templates and worksheets and checklists and, real systems in my business that people could follow. And my office manager, Rebecca, she's actually in this group, she used to say all the time, the goal is that if I, God forbid, walked out of here today and got hit by a bus, that you could fill my job tomorrow without an interruption in the business. And we can do it because we've done it. We've had people leave and we've filled it immediately. And it's not always that easy. I understand, like, it takes time to hire good people and onboard them and all that. But usually we have people in the pipeline. And then if something does happen, we just move them farther down the pipeline, right? So that's the thing, guys. Like, stop fighting these battles. Like, stop focusing on, oh man, if I just get better equipment and, I upgrade and I become so much more efficient, I'm just going to get so much more done. Okay, yeah, it's true, but like, work with what you have. That's like somebody like me being overweight and being like, I have a treadmill, but like, if I had a better treadmill, I'd be so much better. No, that's just one aspect, okay? That's one aspect. And what if, here's the cool thing about business, what if you could have other people running on treadmills for you and lose weight? So with business, here's the cool part. Like, you can have other people, slinging the wand, moving the boxes, painting the house. You can have people doing this stuff for you and make money. I was just talking and I see that Clay's on here. I hope he's still on here, but I just called him and I was like, man, we need to get together sometime. He's like, when? I'm like, I don't know, dude. I'll fly out there tomorrow. I don't care. Like, I'll get on a plane because I have the freedom to do that. My business is run without me every day. Now, it doesn't mean that I don't do anything in my businesses. It just means that I don't physically have to be here every single day punching a clock or, scrubbing windows or, doing paperwork or anything like that. Like, I get to do what I'm good at and I get to focus on that. And I have people that are running on the treadmills for me and producing. And, that might sound to you like I have an ego or something, but it's not. The more that teams that you have and the more people that you have and that you can employ, your ego goes down. I would say to you right now, if you're a solo operator, you have an ego because you think that you're the best. You think that the customer wants you. You think that you can't make money unless you personally are doing things. You think that people can't do it better than you. You're the best. Ego. Another huge enemy that some of you guys aren't focusing on that you need to fight. And at some point you need to say, do I really care if all of this stuff happens? Or do I just want to make money and build a company and live the life that I want to live? Maybe if you put your ego down and said that maybe I'm not the best, and even if I am, even if you truthfully are the best, could you hire somebody that was, pretty good and have them do things for you and build an actual team? I'll be honest with you, there are people way better at things than me. Like, our office manager is way more organized than I am, way better at following process, way better at implementing things in our business and actually doing it, because I let things slip. It's my personality. I like focusing on the high level stuff, and I let things slip. And, over the course of a week or two, it starts to get like, oh my gosh, like, we forgot to do that, and we forgot to do that, and we forgot to do that. And it's like, but like a good office manager will keep all of that stuff in line for you and do it for you. Good technicians will go out and do the work better than you ever could. Okay? Look, like, I'm overweight. Like, technicians do a better job than me. They're faster than me. They get up on ladders faster than me. They are better with the customer. Like, they can do things better than me. Like, put your ego aside and fight that battle, okay? And just like realize that if you fight these battles, you can leave a legacy. Like, you can actually live a legacy right now. You can see it in front of you. You can have a business that runs without you and see, wow, like, look at what I've been able to accomplish. Look at all we've been able to do. Look at what we as a team have been able to do. Instead of looking in the mirror and going, yeah, look what I've been able to do, right? So start fighting the right battles and stop self-sabotaging. You are good enough. You need to believe in yourself, and you need to take the next step forward. And if there's anything I can do to help you, if I'm the right person that can help you get over this hump and help you get to where you want to go, message me, because I would love to be that guy who does. And we've seen it time and time again with the people that are in our group doing these simple things that I tell them to do. Within weeks and months, they're starting to get results. So we had people last year in our group that they came in making $4,000, $5,000 a month, $20,000 a month next month. It's real stuff. And I'm going to tell you guys from a personal standpoint, when I hired my coach 2 years ago for my cleaning business, within 6 months, we had a $90,000 a month. And we did it at a stupidly high profit margin. Because that guy pushed me to get contracts I would have never gotten. That guy pushed me to hire people I would have never hired. And he showed me the way. And he told me, here's how you find people. Here's how you interview them. Here's how you onboard them. Here's how you delegate. Boom, 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 boom. And then once you do that and you have it in your business, you have it forever. You know what works and what doesn't, and you own it. It's a brand asset. And now I've been able to completely step away from my cleaning business because I've been able to delegate everything, every aspect of my business, right? So let me wrap up. If you guys have any questions, message me. But listen, like, start fighting the right battles and stop self-sabotaging. You're good enough. You can do this. You can have big months without working your butt off every single day. You can have a life of freedom and wealth. Legacy is all about faith, character, and wealth, right? Nowhere in there does it say, work hard, bust your butt, never have any fun. It says faith, character, and wealth, right? And wealth equals freedom. Wealth is not just about money. Wealth is about being able to do what you want to do and have freedom in your life. So if that's something you want, message me. I would love to connect with you guys. God bless.